Welcome back to Rustic Grows Farm. I'm Paul, and today we're going to be doing some modifications to our stanchion. You would have previously seen that we were using a garden trolley in front of the stanchion here, but since then we have upgraded that to a wooden box that was just made out of old pellets. So now Sadie can't actually push her feed trough around, which is going to make it easier, or it has made it a lot easier when she's actually standing there for milking. We're going to be removing these gates today. They were just a temporary thing to wired on there to make it easy for us to milk Sadie and let the calves in without them being able to get out, but we're going to change that today. So yeah, I will remove them and start on the works. We haven't completely worked out all the details on how we're going to have this set up, but we're just going to put these two gates, hinge them off the actual frame on this side, and then I'll work out how I'm going to keep it all there once it's all in place. This is just a old frame that we've cut up. It come with our sheep yards with all the panels on it. So the actual, this side of the stanchion frame and these gates was all cut up out of material that we already had. So I've got my two gates welded on so we can actually swing them out. I'm not completely happy with my hinge setup. I was hoping to have this gate come around to 90 degrees, but it's probably more around the 70 to 80 degree mark. So it's going to be a lot harder to actually milk Sadie with it like this. I'll have to have a think about how I want to change it so I can actually make it a little bit easier. And then this one, because it's shorter, it's actually going to stay closed majority of the time. So with that being closed, I'll probably sort of fix it down the bottom here. Just got to see what I've got. Might drill a couple of holes through this one and then put a pin through. And then I just got to work out how I'm going to keep this longer gate closed. But I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut these welds off and put these onto the outside here, and then that will allow this gate to actually open as far as I need it to, but then it's not going to be centralized. So I'll have a bit of a break and have a think about that, on how I want to actually change it and make it work effectively for us. I've had a bit more of a think about this gate now, so I'm actually gonna cut these hinges off, actually bring them right out to this outer edge on both sides, so then I should be able to open that back up over 90 degrees. But this time I'll actually tack it and test it before I actually do the full welds. And then with these, to hold it in position, just going to put a long pin, drill a hole through the middle of this one and this one, and have it so the pin actually holds it in place. And do the same for the rear gate, but do it further back so we can actually drop the pin in nice and easy while Sadie's still in the stand. So, time to get the grinder out and start cutting everything off and then drilling some holes. Now I've changed the hinges on this gate. They are right on the outside of the actual bits of tube. So, and now when I open it, I can get it just over 90 degrees. So it's just over 90 degrees open, which will be good for us to be able to still milk Sadie nice and easily. So now it's just a matter of drilling some holes, putting these other couple of pins in, cutting this bit of wire off. I'm actually going to put a lug in here so we can put some pins straight through top and bottom to hold this side in place, so I don't have to wire it anymore. So that's our stanchion with our couple of gates. So we've just got the 2 pins holding them in place. This one at the front will basically stay there unless we need to clean it out. And then we can just open this back, pull the pin out when we don't need it in there so we can milk Sadie, and then when we need to close it up again, and just close it, put the pin back in, and it'll hold it in place. I've got to work out what I'm going to do over these edges of these bits of tube, just because they can get a bit sharp, so I'll go and have a look, see what I've got, try and cover them. If I can't find anything, I'll just grab some flat bar and weld over the top of it, and then grind down the edges to try and make it so it's not sharp. Now we've got our couple of pins in holding the stanchion in place. The thing we have to work on is the front. I want to do a pin setup on the front as well. I'm just not going to get to do that today. I've got to make up some brackets to go onto the frame and then onto the head bale piece, and then we can fit them and put a pin in to hold them in place as well. For the time being, I've decided just to grab some tape and put some tape over these ends. That way I don't have to worry about them being sharp, and I might see if I can find some plastic plugs to actually go over the ends being the right size. It's just going to be a lot nicer and safer than me worrying about welding onto the ends. I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. And until next time, have a wonderful day.